Oh, hey. Yeah, well, I'm glad you dropped in. Thought that was kind of cute. Anyway, yeah, so it's been a while, I guess, since I've made a video. So I'm actually sitting here boxing up my latest soap, and I can tell you, I think I'm pretty much done with making soap for now. This is geranium. It's 20 bars of geranium. Although I do have to tell you, my soaps have sold uh, really, really well. So I'm pleased about that. Um, so I made this August the 2nd, and so here it is, September 24th, so it's way more than ready to go. I've just been kind of putting it off. I mean, I do like making soap, but this is the part that I'm not so crazy about, putting the boxes and then printing the labels and all that kind of stuff. It's a little bit tedious. I'm glad when it's done, however. I don't know. Um, Kind of at a crossroads with what I need to be doing. I'll be 61 years old on Halloween. Yep, I was born on Halloween at 6 p.m. Or so I'm told. I don't know. But as far as birthdays go, could you have a better birthday than Halloween? Say, as opposed to any other time of the year, especially Christmas. See how that one's thinner than the rest? That's going to be. Well, no, it's not. It's fine. I sort of said that's going to be my sample soap, but I was mistaken. So, yeah, so I'll be 61 on my birthday. Uh, and I don't know. I guess it just kind of depends on where you're at in your stage of life, your age, what's going on. But um, so I finished my career pretty much. I am a licensed professional counselor. I have a certification in sex therapy, which I'm sure you are aware of if you've read my Facebook page or my blogs or anything like that. Um, I had a job with this company. I've forgotten the name of it now, but I was a military family life counselor, and I was housed at Fort Carson. And I can tell you, I loved working at Fort Carson. It was probably one of the better jobs that I've ever had. What I didn't love, though, was the management, and I'm not going to say the name of the company. Fort Carson was not the manager. Fort Carson did not hire me. The military did not hire me. I was hired by a private company that I'm assuming the military contracts with. Um, so the military, Fort Carson, had nothing to do with administration or anything like that. But this company that I worked for sucked. Very poorly organized. The clinical staff was more than left a lot to be desired. Long story short, I resigned after about 3 or 4 months. I just couldn't do it. The thing is, I was rotational, MFLAC as they call it, and I rotated, which meant you went on the base, but you weren't assigned to, you had no office, you had nowhere to light, which was one of the problems. There were about 6 of us MFLACs, military family life counselors, that resigned all about the same time or within days or a couple of weeks of each other. Um, and part of it is because you had nowhere to go. You were expected to walk out. We even asked, like, so what am I supposed to do all day long? Well, pass out business cards. Well, you can only pass out so many business cards. After that, what do you do? I was literally told by my supervisors, the local or the regional person, and then her boss, to sit at the PX, to go to Starbucks and have coffee, just kind of hang out. The behavioral health unit that is on Fort Carson was severely backlogged uh, with regard to their client load, patient load. So I asked the powers that be. I met with behavioral health. Not that they had anything to do with it, but I met with the powers that be that supervised me and the other MFLACs clinically. And I said, for me, when I have downtime, which there was quite a bit of downtime, I mean, there would be days I would even see a soldier, if you can believe that, as badly as the military is in need of mental health professionals. But I said, on the days that I have this downtime, can I go to behavioral health and actually help the social workers and professional counselors there work their caseloads, not be housed there, not embedded there, not provide ongoing counseling to the people that need that level of service. When I say that level of service, they diagnosed treatment plans, notes, medical. And while MFLAX can do all of that legally, we're licensed just like they are in that same capacity. But in our particular role, we did short-term solution focused, triage kind of things, and very non-medical. However, because the nature of the beast in terms of what MFLAX did, I was told no. And I just thought that was really a shame. So out of a 40-hour week, I probably booked, I don't know, 10, 11 direct hours with soldiers. Um, and after just a few months of that, I just one of my coworkers literally was told that when she had nothing to do, no clients to see, and she had walked around the base and she had passed out all the business cards for the day to sit in her Jeep. So anyway, I resigned. Well, and I felt okay about that, although I did miss the soldiers, and I met with the command staff and I explained what was going on and that it had nothing to do with the soldiers or the installation or the military, command staff or enlisted or anybody else. I thought they were phenomenal. So much respect for soldiers in general and soldiers at Fort Carson. Polite, respectful, just really a good group of individuals. However, because of the administrative end of it, which had nothing to do with Fort Carson, as I've said, but with this private agency or private company that contracted with military, I'm assuming, I left. And I made my peace with that. So that was in the spring, and so I got into my candles and my soaps and my body mist and sprays and colognes and all those kinds of things, and kept me entertained through the summer. And I've gone to farmers markets and I've made a little bit of money. I've gotten all of my initial investment back, so I feel really good about that. But with the onset of fall, I find myself a little bit restless. So um, I reached out to this company and asked would it be possible for me to be rehired, and they said yes. And I was excited because this time I would go into it with a different attitude and a different mindset as compared to the first go around. So I was offered a job, signed the acceptance, and then 2 weeks later, not even 2 weeks later, the offer was rescinded because the POC, which is point of contact, which I am guessing was not the POC that I actually would communicate with at Fort Carson, but rather the regional supervisor, whose name I won't mention. But she's a real bitch and sneaky and two-faced. In fact, we were all complaining about our direct supervisor, and we had to meet with the regional supervisor one-on-one. And this girl literally would lean forward on a Zoom, although she was 2 or 3 miles down the road, but she would lean forward on Zoom or Teams meetings. You can tell me what you think about so-and-so. I won't tell anybody. And when she did that, I thought, bitch, you nothing but talking out of both sides of your mouth. But anyway, but I suspect because of her, I was blackballed and the offer was rescinded. Okay, I get it. No worries. However, they turned right around the private company because, see, the supervisor didn't work for that company. So the people that hired me and the company I worked for was here. The supervisors that supervised me worked for this company. So you had two different private companies contracting with each other and with the military, either as the primary contractor, contractee, or the subcontractee. Anyway, so my clinical supervisor worked for this company who either contracted or subcontracted with this company who actually hired me. Okay. However, the supervisor who worked for this company didn't want me, not me personally, but what I was told was that of the MFLAX who resigned in the spring, and like I said, there was 5 or 6 of us, they didn't want us back out there. I get it. But what they would do for me, the company over here that hired me, they offered me a position as a school counselor, and impulsively I took it, and I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I lost sleep, and I thought, I can't work with kids. Again, no office space. You're seeing kids here and there, little kids. You know, you can't clinically. I refuse to see children without a parent or caregiver being present. It is just children. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I've worked with children for many, many years. Children, in my experience clinically, do not have mental illnesses. Children have ineffective parents. So you have to work with children as a group. So when Hillary Clinton said it takes a village, she was spot on, because it takes the school teacher, mom, dad, caregiver, grandma, bus driver, pastor, whomever, all the people involved in this kid's life to do effective therapy. So I didn't have that opportunity with this position they offered me as a school counselor, MFLAC, military family life counselor, but I would be working with children K through 5 of all things. What kindergartner needs counseling? But anyway, so I called and said the day before I was supposed to start, said I can't do it. I can't do it. No worries. Pretty much we're glad that you acknowledged or recognized that. But what we can do is offer you a job at Peterson Air Force Base as a military family life counselor embedded, which means I would be assigned to a particular unit with an office and work with adult soldiers. I'm on cloud nine. I'm over the moon. And then, long story short, after I went through the background check, the fingerprints, all of that kind of stuff, the company that hired me initially in the spring and then that rehired me for the school counselor said that because I had quit in the spring and then declined the school counselor position, I was now ineligible to be employed by them for 12 months or calendar year, which I think is bullshit, but whatever. So, and that brings me to the point of this video. So, I don't even know that I want to work anymore in counseling. I've just kind of had it up to here. I want to do a whole video on counseling, mental health, therapists, whether they're social workers or professional counselors or counseling psychologists. But that's going to be a lot more time than I want to dedicate to this video today. So I'm boxing up my soaps. I've got, I think, 3 more markets to go to. I've been waitlisted for my fall markets. I am going to a Christmas market the first part of December. So I'm going to say 4 more markets and I'm done. I am getting into colognes and roller ball scents and essential oils and all those kinds of things. And I'm really fascinated with that. So, and I'm still loving making my soap and I'm loving candles, but I have so many candles and so much soap that I'm not making any more of that until I need to get rid of some inventory. In fact, at the market that's coming up on Saturday at the Colorado Farm and Art Market at Pine Creek, I'm thinking about having a clearance sale and just, I can't sell it at cost. I need to make a little bit more money, at least get that and a little bit more so I can keep buying supplies, because I do enjoy making this stuff and I think it's a good product and it serves a good purpose. And I also like the camaraderie of the markets. So what do I do? Because I started the job search again, and I think I've just come to the realization this morning, I don't want another job in counseling. I'm thinking about even letting my license expire. I was talking to my son, who is a chemical engineer, and he has a great career. He's been working out for about 10 years, a phenomenal income, everything you can imagine. Transfer to within the same company to another job in Houston, and is not having such a great time. So now he's got the opportunity to relocate to another state, up in his income by, I'm not even going to say how much. Let's just say it's more than I've ever made in 1 year. But this would be on top of what he's currently making. And I'm like, so why aren't you doing it? What's the holdup? He and his husband have a house and this, that, and the other. The company's going to buy it out. There's really no reason why he should move to this other state and start this other job. And it was because of his mom, who's medically involved, and I'll just leave it at that. And he felt like, I'm assuming, that he couldn't uproot her and move her, halfway across the country. And I get it, and I am so respectful and in such awe of his loyalty and dedication to his mom, because he is her primary caregiver financially, and he tends to her other needs, like her shopping needs and medical need appointments and transportation and things like that. And I get it, but I said, son, you're 32 years old, 33 years old, and life is short. And here's the thing, and kind of to wrap this up and kind of bring it all together, missed opportunities. Missed opportunities, they're just that, they're missed. And most times you can't get them back. You've heard, I'm a firm, as a clinician, I am a huge believer in old adages like you have to be cruel to be kind. You have to you catch more flies with honey than you do vinegar. And I do believe this, when opportunity knocks, man, you need to answer that door. Not to say that you would never get another opportunity, maybe comparable to that, blah, 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 but who knows? And what if that doesn't happen? Then you're 60 and you're 70, and God willing, you're 80. And maybe you're thinking back about all these missed opportunities. And I don't know that I've ever had any missed opportunities, because up until probably my mid 30s, I didn't have any opportunities, if that makes sense. I mean, I went to college, I got a job, I did all the things that you're supposed to do, and those were all opportunities, and I took advantage of them, and I was okay, but nothing came along where I was really on the fence about should I or shouldn't I. So no missed opportunities. When I was 45 years old and my boys had graduated and moved on to college and were starting their lives, I had an opportunity to move, take another job, move to another part of the state, which was such a huge deal for me, to get a PhD. And I took that opportunity, and I have never regretted it. And it just further solidified my belief in this whole notion of missed opportunities. So I told my son, if your mom is the only reason you're not taking advantage of this opportunity, huge mistake. Take this opportunity, move. Your husband's on board with it. They've already talked about it. Go. And you know what? If you don't like it, in 2 weeks, move back. In a month, move back. In 6 months, if it's not working out, move back, move there, move here, move wherever. His job allows him the opportunity to have that flexibility. So it's not like he can't find another job. He might not find one that's to his 100% liking, but he has many, many options. There is no reason why he should not take this opportunity. I encouraged him to go. So if the job comes through, I hope that he takes advantage of this opportunity. So here I am, I'm 61. I don't think I want to do counseling anymore. And I'm going to do a video about that. I'm going to put it on this channel because quite honestly, I want to minimalize a whole lot of things. I just want to get rid of things. We have so much and so much to be grateful for. And I'm thinking about scaling down, which we've started doing, but I'm talking about like really a full-blown scale down. I have 2 sets of dishes downstairs, 2 sets of dishes upstairs. I only use 1 set, and not even the whole set at that. Scale down and just get rid of some stuff, and it's not get into another 9-to-5 job working in a cubicle. I know that I will never do. And here's the other thing too. Do you know yourself? I know myself. I may not know what I'm going to do, and I may not know where I'm going, but I know what I'm not going to do, and I know where I'm not going, right? And that kind of helps me keep a focus on things. So here I am. I'm wanting to minimalize, scale down. My husband's going to retire in May of next year, and I'm over the moon about that. And my God, what does the future hold? We've talked about opening up a brick and mortar, building a store to do our stuff, and and call it a Wise Apothecary, last name being Wise, and get into the whole apothecary business, herbs and healing ointments and essential oils and the benefits of essential oils. He's a medical doctor. So we have the psychotherapy, mental health component, and we have the physical component. what a great combination that would be, right? To do that. So that's what I want to do. So the point to all of that is, I don't want to do counseling. I'm stopping the job search. I don't want to deal with other people and their problems necessarily in the traditional or historical way that I've dealt with other people and their problems. And when I do my video on counseling, I'm going to do a whole series. You can find out what I mean by that. But I want to get into something totally different that I truly enjoy. I've enjoyed therapy. I don't enjoy it anymore. Look, this glorious soap that I'm making, this I enjoy. Doing apothecary, going to a brick and mortar store every day and doing the marketing and this, that, and the other. I actually have carried sample boxes to local coffee shops and places like that, asking them to carry my products in their store. They can either buy it from me wholesale, or we could do some kind of consignment, or I can rent space. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. If you have any comments or feedback, please leave them for me here. Subscribe to my channel. I don't know if I have the subscribe stuff up and running. I'm still not quite sure how to do YouTube videos, but I'm learning that. Golly. But I was sitting here doing my boxes. This is geranium. I have my delicious, gorgeous buttermilk lavender, which sells like the proverbial hot cake. I have that to box up. I also have lemon, and I have watermelon. I don't know who wants to smell like a watermelon all day, but I thought it would be fun. And I put poppy seeds in it, so it kind of looked like watermelon seeds. But anyway, so I had that to box up today, so that's on my agenda. I'm having a kick-ass Halloween party on the 26th. I have my recipe here. I'm doing a Hocus Pocus Halloween cocktail. It's witch's brew, so I'm going to make this today. I'm going to have a glass or two tonight. It's paradise rum, paradise blend juice, coconut rum, and whatever. And I'm going to have this tonight. And so you dip your glasses in honey, throw some black sugar on it for effect, and then fill it. Anyway, that's on my agenda. I am making sensual roll-on oils to get you in the mood, to increase your libido. I'm also making an essential oil roll-on for erectile dysfunction. Sex therapists, libidos, erectile dysfunction, get you in the mood, kind of all goes together. So I'm super excited about that. So I have a lot to do today, and I'm also getting this huge box of spiders out of my house, so I'm decorating the outside for Halloween. I'm going to do a video walkthrough later today downstairs where I've decorated for my Halloween party. I'm not finished. I have a lot to go, but I want to share that with you as well. Look, Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Colorado Farm and Art Market at Pine Creek, the Margarita Restaurant down on Woodman. You can't miss it. It's right there by the interstate. Stop by and see me. If you see this video and you stop by my booth and say, I know your birthday is on Halloween, I am going to gift you any one of the products that we're carrying. And at this farmer's market, I'm going to have my sensual roll-on, my roll-on for erectile dysfunction. And I've also got 4 colognes that I have made for men. And I'm calling, one is Bruce, and I'm not going to tell you too much about that, Sam, Tim, and I've not come up with a name for the 4th one. Of course, Bruce, Sam, and Tim, all after my dogs, although Sam is a female, but Sam is kind of a masculine name. And I'm not wanting to do female colognes right now, or maybe I will, I don't know. But all of this will be available at Market on this Saturday. I really look forward to seeing you guys. Stop by and check it out and listen. Well, I can't pick it up because I'm afraid it'll fall, but you see all this gorgeous soap. Now I've got to get busy, quit talking. I need to label my soaps and put my labels, and then I need to put my safety labels on this. And I have, like I said, I think 3 other batches of stuff to get ready for. So in the meantime, What do I always say? If you're not sure what to do, don't do anything at all, because the circumstances tomorrow will be different than they are today. Subsequently, your decisions will be different as well. Things change. Missed opportunities. If you have an opportunity and it's within your power without any kind of detrimental fallout or whatever, take advantage of it. And remember, if you're not sure, soap it up. Soap it up really good and just see what comes of it. Until then, you guys take care. Peace out. And I'm going to soap you later.